Welcome to the Presenters Experience, Austin, Texas. Our greatest gift as presenters is being able to gift our audience ourselves, our authentic selves. To gift them a true expression of our heart. And we can't do that when we are still adhering to the level one of presenting, which is just sharing information. We are moving from the age of information, which is available everywhere, into the age of connection. And you can't connect to your audience unless you are first connected to yourself. You can't be connected to yourself until you understand the difference between conditioned self and authentic self. I believe there is nobody else around who understands authenticity on stage or camera more than me. And it is because I've been obsessed by it for literally over 2 decades. In Texas, the first day we venture out to a ranch, and you might be wondering why we use a horse or equine assisted training to help with authenticity. Horses are able to reflect back to us exactly how we're being in a far more straightforward and deeper way, and our deeper understanding of it than I know myself. In fact, every time I do this equine assisted therapy, I understand authenticity at a whole different level. Horses are highly sensitive creatures. They thrive on connection. Now that sounds a little bit like a presenter, doesn't it? They will reflect back to you exactly how you're being. You will understand by the end of the day what true authenticity really means. Trust me, this will blow your mind. So we spend the first day out on a ranch just out of Austin. Day 2, our baseline then is where we left off with the horses. Our baseline is pure authenticity. Anything above that, any little blips or pushes or performances, you'll be pulled back to that baseline of authenticity. And when you learn to work from there, you will never ever go back to performing or not being authentic again, because it will never feel right. You want your audience to see a true expression of who you really are. And nothing feels sexier than that. When you are truly authentic, you become present. And when you become present, you are connected to yourself. And you can only connect to your audience when you are truly connected to yourself. So authenticity on day 2 is simply our start point. When you learn to take the time in the space between the words and realize that that space is as potent as the words themselves, you will create this connection with your audience that you probably have dreamed of or wanted to experience, but you just didn't know how. I'm your how. I have this bone deep knowing that these 2 days will change the way that you not only present, but how you show up in the world. They will be 2 days beyond what you believe is possible. And this is why also I bring in this equine assisted training, because it is beyond what I can train as a human myself. I just layer on top of that my 28 years of experience in day 2. Day 2, I get out of your way. It is a tiny, intimate group. You'll be working and working and working. You'll be discovering parts of yourself that you didn't know existed, your blind spots. You will not have to perform anymore. It will be seamless, off camera, off stage, on camera, on stage. You will be able to have that invisible dance with your audience. You'll be able to raise the frequency one room at a time moving forward when you present. And that is a gift. Moving from that level 1 age of information into what I would call a spiritual experience on stage. And once you've experienced that, there is simply no going back. And this is why I talk about redefining what world-class presenting looks like. At the moment, world-class is, you would say it's like technically sound, a beautiful performance. But there's a level above that where you are truly authentic and connected with your audience at a level that performance cannot give you. You discover yourself moment to moment on stage, and your audience is there to witness it and feel it. You are like a conductor. You're able to move your audience in and out of their seats and constantly move them around for your keynote, your presentations. You'll learn that the seduction is in the silence. And you'll connect to your audience when you're truly connected to yourself.